into that and all. Hiya, Danny. Hiya, Amjad. Hiya, Gary.
Howdy, Gary. Don't forget to pick the thing.
So yes, there's big gob over there. I'm just pinning the link. What? Tenerife? Gary says, I thought it said Tenerife.
Tenerife.
Terrific Tuesday. But I'm glad I weren't baking tonight. Hiya, bored old fart. How are you?
Hello, Bob.
I know it's normally baking Tuesday, but yeah, we've had a
Little people.
yes, we've had all new windows fitted. Well, we buggered off out at way, so but it looks like they might have to come back.
No, they will have to come back.
Yeah, they definitely will have to come back because it looked like when they were fitting Callum's, there's like a crack right from one side to other. And then on patio doors, right at the very top, there's like a little crack there. So yeah, they definitely got to come back out. Just hope they don't knock us up at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Well, can we get your window done there?
Freaking
done it yesterday.
Well, yeah, if you got it right in first place.
And you left it in a shithole. Not happy with it.
No. And Chase scared to death. You want to see shit they've left in Bath. You know, we live in a 3-bedroom house. But yeah. You know what I mean? Chris says as an employee, he was always told to tidy up after yourself. And then, I mean, there's all crap. But I mean, since we got back from Johnny's, this is no word of a lie. We got back here, I'd say, I don't know, just after 1 o'clock. And they'd already gone. So.
What if it's an 80-year-old lady and she can't tidy up like
well,
that?
That's it. Oh. Anyway. They'd moved all finished. Well, this sofa out into the middle of the room, not put it back. They took my painting down, not put it back.
Don't talk about it, not put it back.
Yeah, they're not happy at all, Gaffer. You know what I mean? As you know, yeah, I appreciate they've got a job to do, but as a you know, if you want recommending to other people, you should clear up after yourself if you've made mess in first place.
Like you just chucked across your room. We could get key out the door. No, we get bloody keys out.
Yeah, we've had a right tatar because yeah, obviously we've had all new keys, but it's yeah, I've had to go on to the makers of the locks to find out how, and it's basically an anti-theft lock. So, but yeah, I mean, it's a good job we're not paying for it, Gaffer. We're renting.
It's still
yeah,
fine.
But yeah, this sofa we're at in middle of the room still.
Callum's chair were on top of his bed. And they hadn't put that back.
I saw that. Oh dear, did you think it was sponsored by Coke earlier? What to say you'd put underneath it? I'm not sponsored by him, but hey ho. Anyway, just having a rant about and you want to see your crappy Bath, and I got a bit on landing. Now, bearing in mind, I've got a very tall bin on the landing. And for some reason, that's been chucked in bathroom. I mean, it weren't hindering them in any way, shape.
I should.
Hello.
Hello.
It didn't load page for a few minutes. It's saying you were going live in 10, 9, all that.
No.
It didn't do it then.
You're probably lagging a bit.
Hello. Again.
But this is the thing. We went out and we went to see Johnny and Tracy, and they were our Callum. Now, if we'd have been here, we'd have given what for?
It's a good tidy all your shit up. Dirty bastards.
Honestly. Left all shit in bath, Johnny. This sofa we're in middle of the room. Yeah, right. They've had to move it to get to this window, but they could have put it back. But yeah.
So that bit's done now anyway, isn't it?
Eh?
So that bit's done now though anyway.
No, not really.
Haven't finished it yet.
No, because you know in our Callum's way, well, these windows, they're like a middle pane, right? A middle square pane, then two like windows that open.
What, the
That
crack
middle, that middle pane is cracked right from one side to other. So they took there. And then Chris wear patio doors. And
They'll have done that
doors,
tap in the bee, didn't
and that patio door right at the very top, they're probably hoping that Chris won't notice it. But there's a tiny crack in that as well.
What, on the patio doors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they've got to sort it out, haven't
So a tiny crack, but it's still a crack.
That's it.
they? Is it one that's going to spider web or?
That one in our Callum's is only a tiny crack about this big.
That's not why.
Honestly, Johnny, that middle pane is cracked right from one side to other. But they did tell Callum about that.
They didn't tell us about this one.
No, they didn't say nothing about that crack in here.
Is it one that's going to get bigger or is it just right in corner or something?
It's sort of right in top, right at top. And I says to Chris,
Like it goes in a V shape, doesn't it?
yeah, we being right at the top, they probably were hoping that you wouldn't see it.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, because that'll be an
but
expensive.
because we've had to go on the site that makes the locks to find out. We couldn't fathom out how to work them, but they like
lift up handles.
they like anti-theft ones.
Yeah,
and
but
it's-
lift up handles.
Yeah, but this sort of like ways you've got to push it in, turn it in. Yeah, because it's like got all these like piston things inside barrel at lock. So if somebody tries to pick the lock, it not.
Is it a nice door though?
Oh, it's this. Yeah, it's a nice door. Yeah, it's a nice door. It's obviously UPVC, but it's before we got no glass in it at all. It was just a solid wooden door. But this one's got like 2 panes of glass going outside.
We'll have a bit more light in the hallway then, anyway.
Yeah.
Well, they've got like a anti-theft letterbox on it. Like
Oh yeah, anti-theft letterbox and all.
There you go then.
But oh God, smell of ceiling when I come back.
Oh yeah, they'll whack loads of that.
Whoa, it were horrible.
Where's you? I didn't know.
Well, yeah. Chris couldn't smell no because he can't smell no.
He was good as gold biscuit today, wasn't
Oh, bless him, weren't he? When we come back, our Chris says, Biscuit nearly got adopted again. He says, what do you
he?
mean?
No bother at all.
He says, well, Johnny and Tracy wanted to adopt him.
No, I didn't. I didn't. I like him, but I'm not. I've got enough fucking pets.
I know, we were just like trying to wind Callum up, you see.
I got Tracy twice, though, didn't I? Hobnob and Bourbon. Bourbon.
What are you talking about, Hobnob?
Yep.
Biscuit. Then you got her again with Bourbon, didn't you? Bourbon.
You got Bob, but your thing just well and truly glitched then. couldn't even see you. It's all right now.
Oh, that's no Johnny. We rung Callum on his way home, right, to tell him that we're on his way home. He says, I can't do no. He says, we ain't got no Wi-Fi. Chris says, what do you mean we ain't got no Wi-Fi? Well, I think they caught, because it's in that corner, right over there. And he thinks they caught, because it thing went plugged in, well, shoved down proper. So they must have caught that and all.
Mm. It's funny when Chris was watching him on camera and they walked right up to him.
Chris reckons that's when, you know, when he cracked, because I think Chris says, he says something about, oh crap or something. That's when he probably broke that.
Right. What top anyway?
You've only got to put a bit of pressure on glass and it'll crack it. Especially when they like got like a vacuum in between them.
Well, put it this way, Gary, if you're still watching. Johnny and Tracy had a human vacuum cleaner for the day.
They had quite a few Watsits on the carpet.
Khaled.
Did you like Khaled earlier? We were frigging covered in chocolate. He even got it in his hair.
What was that from nursery?
No, when he got home, he had chocolate biscuit. He just got it all over himself.
Bless him.
Up his nose, all over his face. In his hair.
Best way to eat a chocolate biscuit. What you on about?
Oh yeah, if you don't make a mess of a chocolate biscuit when you're a baby, there's something wrong.
Yeah, that's no and all, Johnny. You know, when we got back, Chris jumped out at car. I'm there waiting at the passenger side, waiting for him to bring me frame. And I'm sat there and thinking, fuck is he? He was busy yakking to Ivy next door. Forgot all about me.
He sat in your chair, Chris.
Yeah, it's still in car.
I went, oh crap! She said, what? I've left this.
Because there as well. But yeah. Completely forgot about me. Because Ivy's brother and his wife were just coming out. And she says, oh, bless your love. She says, has he forgot all about you? I says, yeah, he's busy talking to your sister-in-law. We yanked him away and I'm sat there waiting for him. Oh, yeah.
I choked on a bit of salad earlier and it's hurt back in my throat, so that's why I'm coughing every now and again.
Oh. Why can't you choke on salad?
No, like shredded, you know, like beetroot.
Oh, yeah.
I got it out, but now I've hurt back in my throat a bit.
But yeah, it come by.
You know, when you cough that much, it feels like you still got something back in your throat, but you haven't.
I'm like that sometimes. You know, when I'm in bed, and you know when I've got a bit of a cold, snot falls down back of my nose, down back of my throat. You know, we're having that CPAP machine on.
Yeah, it's all connected.
Well, dislodges it, and then it goes back of my throat. And sometimes I cough that much that that gives me a sore throat. Hi, Jamie. How are you? So yeah, as soon as we got back, we had a coffee and whatever, and so Chris went upstairs. It was up in our bedroom, so I could go and have a bit of a kip. I was knackered, honestly. Anyway, so then he put Callum's curtains up. So then he come back down. So he says, I'm having a minute. He says, and then I'm going to get Callum's chair put back in its place. And, we reckon they'd unplugged all his wires to his Xbox and whatever. So, it's basically all we've done, all Chris has done since we got back is sort shit out, you know what I mean?
Still not done.
No. But it's sort of temporarily put net curtain back up. I think that's no good. That's an old one. So he's just tapped a couple of, them picture tacks. Just put that on that helmet and hung my net curtain up that way. And he says, well, I'll sort this side.
All it needs doing is put it further that way and
But yeah, so he says, so like, fresh new day tomorrow. He says, I'll get that curtain pole put back up and, you know, sort that curtain out and everything. So we're back to normal that way. So.
Oh, I hope they come right.
Oh dear.
So basically, oh, that's the thing and all. You know where that old curtain pole were? And Chris says, you know, it were hole upon hole upon hole. They've covered all that up with new patio doors.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hello.
Oh,
How's your windows?
Callum's got a crack right from one side to other.
Give over.
Great big whacking crack.
Callum says they might have to come back. No, they definitely will have to come back.
Yeah.
You have to go take a picture so I can show them, baby. And the patio doors, there's a crack in that right at very top. Only a bit of a one, but it's a crack.
Well, they're going to have to come and change glass, aren't they, obviously?
Yeah.
unacceptable. If
Well,
you're
no,
a paying, if you're a paying customer, you still, you know, you won't accept
Well,
it.
that's
why
it.
should you tenant?
But at end of day, they're charging.
Yeah, but they'll only turn civil. They did it. We're all right when we left. Well, no, it won't.
Oh, yeah.
Chris is going to go and take a photo and he'll show you. We'll try. But yeah, left ass in the right shithole. I bet you've been in shower, Richard.
I have been in shower. I've just got out about 5 minutes ago.
I think you're still wet.
I know it is. I know. It's wet through.
But yeah, this settee, which they pulled out in the middle of the room to get to this window, didn't even push the sofa back. They took me oil painting down, not put that back.
Hello, Amjad. Hello,
We'll do as
Gary.
little as possible.
Hello,
won't we?
Jamie. Hello,
But
Gordon.
yeah, I understand, you know, they want to get in and get job done, but yeah,
Oh
Yeah.
dear.
don't leave us pieces to pick up afterwards, you know what I mean? And shit that's in bath. Because says, well, I'm not doing that. I says, no, I don't expect you to do it tonight.
No.
And there have been on landing, and that's just been chucked in bathroom.
They'll have shifted what they wanted out of way just to get on with job, and then
Yeah, and not run back.
Well, you had them on camera just tossing it off with the phone.
Chris had took the Ring doorbell off yesterday and he put it on. I've got a little like corner wall unit over there. And one of them even looked right into the camera like that.
Chris were watching them from our living room.
But not very pleased at all.
It'll be right when it's done. When they come back and
When it's, yeah. But you see, from the minute we walked in through the door, Richard, it's been, you know, curtains put back up. Yeah, I know that it's not their job to put curtains up, but you know what I mean? It's like Chris has not stopped.
With the glass, though, you put any kind of pressure on the glass and it'll just crack.
Yeah.
But
And
luckily,
they use like a rubber mallet to put the bead in.
this middle glass bit is a separate unit to other, so they ain't got to put a whole new window in, just like this glass.
Can't take a picture of it. It's too.
Yeah, they'll swap the unit, you know what I mean? It won't take them a minute just to swap the units.
That's it. I mean,
Pop bead back out, walk it back in.
you know, with patio door, I mean, it's probably the same thing with that as well. Just, yeah, take that unit out and put one in.
Yeah, they just
And-
pop the bead out and swap the panel.
This is a thing. They told Chris about curtain pole. You can't drill the thing. It voids the warranty.
Yeah,
Put a chain on front door, and they've drilled into it.
yeah.
Which don't work because it's too big to go into.
Yeah, it's ever so funny. It's not. You see, we had one before where you put it in and then slide it along.
Yeah.
But this one's just like a chain and
With a
like
hook in a circle.
like a C thing. But the
Yeah.
ring,
Well, it's so when you put door, it just hooks onto that chain bit on the
yeah,
end.
well, it's like a C thing, like a thing like that. But the ring is too big to go through.
Yeah.
Oh, you just need to bend that a little bit with a screwdriver. That'll do it.
Well, same as Chris says when they come back out to do our Callum's window. Say, well, I'll
Just
put
make
this
gap a bit
away.
bigger.
And do you know what a sweeping brush is?
I didn't know where it's written. Well, they could have said hello to Henry in there.
Exactly.
I've got a cough, Richard, and I choked to death on a bit of salad earlier, and it hurt back in my throat. So,
I'm choking to death on this curry I'm eating now. God, it's bloody hot.
What, hot as in hot?
Hot as in spicy, yeah. It's chicken balti.
oh, I had zinger chicken last night. Fucking hell.
We're a bit of after smell, I forgot to tell you.
It's
Couldn't
a
help it.
bit
Couldn't help it.
Oh, Gary.
I needed a fire extinguisher in the
brilliant.
bathroom.
When we got there, Johnny was off on his travels picking his tiles up.
Oh,
So
yeah.
anyway, he come back and he says, I've got to go, you know. Hiya, Bria.
I don't realise.
So he
It
come
burnt me,
down
Paul.
and he went, he says, I had curry chicken. What were it? Zinger chicken or something?
Zinger chicken steaks. Oh my god. They didn't taste that spicy, but they fucking did on the way out.
He
Oh.
come down and
This is fine. This is fine. I need to know.
When you're walking like you've fallen off your horse.
or had a thermometer stuck up your arse.
I was glad that my leather seats were cold. It was pure relief. I'm telling you.
Johnny took Chris and Biscuit on a bit of a walk. He took his drone with him, but it weren't.
No, it was a bit
Wet.
windy and cloudy for that, really. Wasn't it?
It were a bit. Yeah, it were a bit.
Something
Like
like
on an
drizzle here
awful
all
day.
day. Just drizzle.
Yeah. So that were a.
It wasn't drizzly, but it was so bloody cold you couldn't do it outside.
Oh, were it cold?
I thought Chris would have been watching football now.
Probably is.
Oh,
is it? Yeah, it's on ITV, I think, and
BBC.
yeah.
There's one on BBC. Blackburn and Newcastle. Bloody good game. Jesus. How the
In
hell?
the Man City, other one that's on ITV.
Man City's winning that 3-1.
Who they playing?
No.
But this is no word of a lie, Johnny. We thought Tucker would be affected by all noise and everything. He not battered an eyelid, our Tucker. He's been upstairs with Callum. It's Chase that's he's like a
Right, sofa.
he's like a well on a hot tin roof. He come out for his tea, shot back behind sofa. He come out briefly about 5-10 minutes ago.
I opened the door for Tucker and Chase.
Oh, yeah, breezing pub. Dirty
It's
stuff.
pub. Oh, bugger me. In pub.
But at the moment, Chase is
Oh,
down in
Right, Bria.
the corner. But
Never
yeah.
thought of that, doing a live stream from a boozer.
You
So,
get
yeah.
you get the copyright thing up music, don't you? So, there's always a bit of music somewhere.
Freaking hell. I've had this loads of times off her, and it's not usually this bloody hot. God forbid.
Probably made a slip with,
With peppers, I think. There's a few,
yeah, quite a bit of it. But
I've had an idea with those tiles that I got today, and I'm not too happy about. But I got 7 of the grey ones, didn't I? The little granite sheets.
yeah.
So I'm going to make 7 little wooden decking tables for outside to put in between chairs.
Ooh.
They'll all match as well.
It were a bit disappointed, Richard, with it with his freebie today.
They're nice tiles, but she can't count. There were a box of this, half a box of that. I got there, thought, well, there's only 3 of those. There's only 7 of those. Not in the fucking box. She went, no, here's a bag of. She threw in a bag of tiling grout, so no more.
Yeah. Not so bad.
Not
But
so
they're not
bad.
big. There's not enough of them to actually do any kind of
Can't
floor.
really complain when it's a freebie, can you?
No.
Well,
It'll
when
be
we
enough
were
to make some
there,
nice
Richard, he
tables.
came up with the idea of making some tables with these like tiles. He said they look nice on like an outdoor table.
That's when you know you had random tiles. Look at that table.
That's random.
By the way, Chris went up to take a photograph, and because it's dark, he says you can't really see it as much in dark.
I'll take one tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm going to take one tomorrow.
And plus, what it's quite good what you can do with broken tiles. Huh?
Oh, yeah, look at that.
That's just made with house bricks and broken tiles and some cement.
Yeah, but I could imagine that being very time consuming.
Yeah, but I like time consuming. Keeps me busy.
But
I'm going to carry on with greenhouse tomorrow. It's going to be like 6, so I'll put a bully out on.
Oh God, it will brass.
Not going to raid. That's the main thing. I need to get some seeds going in there. I really do. I know we're going to have a bit of a cold snap, but
God,
cold,
he put a thing on Facebook, and he's been. See if I can show you. Quite creative with it because he's got them all lined up, but it.
I had some like shredded beetroot, Richard, and I fucking choked on a bit of it. I got it out, but now it feels like something back in my throat, even though they're in. So I keep bloody, I can't stop coughing.
They all his seedlings for his chilies and whatever.
Who's that good?
Who's that?
Gordo.
Yeah, I need to get cracking. I do.
Because he's put in his post, it's a bit too still too cold to put them in the outdoor nursery. But
I'll sort it. I'll get that left-hand side wall up tomorrow, and then
that's sort of a bit more of a close-up. What is?
Yeah. Well, that's what that racking looks like that I've got. Which
You watch the wrong game, but you should watch the Blackburn game because honestly, it's one of the best games I've ever seen. I mean, Blackburn should be about 10 up. It should be like 10-0 to Blackburn.
Help, Adam.
Yeah, Adam.
How the hell it's no to piece this game is beggars belief.
All right.
Hey,
We're in the pub watching Man City game. Hey, these are his new keys. Look at this of them.
Yeah, turn them all the way. Yeah, the same keys I've got. The security keys.
They are. It's the lock is supposed to be an anti-theft lock.
It is because they sit on like ball bearings. Oh, that's the same key.
I was trying to explain it to Johnny. They're like,
it sits on ball bearings.
In front of lock and behind lock, and they're supposed to be anti-theft.
Yeah. Birmingham Sheffield Meckham.
Yeah.
You seen Leeds United's new strip brie? It's pink.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's them. Unicron or whatever. Yeah, that's them. Same lock as mine.
Ultion or something.
Oh, yeah, you know if you register them.
Yeah.
You've got a thing with them. You can register them, and
says activate.
Yeah, and if what happens is if your lock if somebody breaks into your house and through lock, they'll give you 350 quid or whatever it is, whatever it was, $2,000 or whatever it is.
If a burglar snaps Ultion and breaks in, £2,000 guaranteed. Look,
Johnny, get a break.
We've even got an anti-theft letterbox.
You mean get a brick?
I haven't registered it yet.
I bet you've got the same doors as what I've got.
Is it like UPVC with two like glass?
Oh no, mine's all grey. Mine's all posh. All posh. I bet anyway. On another note, I've had fire stick done today.
I have had 2 done today.
Well, I've had 2 done today, and I was talking to a kid who does them. Get this one. If they're over 70 or you're having it done for, he'll do it for now.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to drop one off for my mum because my dad's 78. So I've only got about fire stick for him, which is only about 30 quid.
Yeah.
And it does the same for kids. If anybody's got kids, they'll do, as long as there's fire stick, he'll do them for now because he's got that much custom. He's doing about 218 a week.
That can. Telling me you know what pensioner. I say I'm a pensioner. Telling me you know a pensioner, and we'll you know a disabled pensioner.
But
No,
so he's got all sorts down there in software. He's got Virgin XT. It's like basically all Virgin. What else have I got on it? And I've got full on Plex. You know what Plex for movies, Rich? Have you got that?
I don't know, to be honest. I haven't looked at all the apps that are on it. He's
What's
put quite
that?
a few on.
Plex, all latest movies and that.
Never heard on it.
Oh, yeah, you can actually sign up for it for now, but these are like tailored. You know what I mean? He downloads all latest movies and that.
Well, we actually want three Fire Sticks.
Well, what he does, this kid I go to that. If they're in the same household, up to 4 devices, yeah, for 75 quid.
Is that included Fire Stick, or do you have to buy a Fire Stick?
No, that you're gonna have to get Fire Stick at that. I don't think that's dear. For me to have one with 50 quid, but I want another one, and he says, "Well, come back into me in a few months, Adam, when you've got money, and I'll only charge you 25 quid. I'll put you on a multi-user."
We want one for his telly upstairs, and we're gonna kick Sky into touch with this Sky TV that we've got, and we want one for this one and all.
They're good. I mean, that one I have in bedroom, it's never ever gone off, never glitched or nothing.
Gary says it's free on my smart TV.
You use Deluxe though, don't you, Rich?
No, that's on telly. That one, Deluxe Hub. The
All right.
The back room is. I've no idea what it is, to be honest. It's just a picture of a TV screen. Click on it, it all goes blue. It's got videos, box sets, and all that crap.
Oh no, it's blue background. It says TV on it. It's Timo. I'm using that at the moment. It's got everything on it.
List up the middle, and you go down in the list. You know, it says UK, all different countries.
The Fire Stick that Chris
you'll find, Richard. If you go 2 clicks left, you can just go straight into sports and everything like that.
Yeah.
Adam says if you
But these I've got
more devices than Fire Sticks, all you've got to do is buy the Fire Sticks.
glass menu.
What, 474 sticks for 75?
No, 4. Yeah, if you take the Fire Stick to this guy that Adam takes this to,
Yeah.
he'll do them all for 75 quid.
But they've got to be the same household, the same address.
Yeah.
If they're not the same address,
Chris has got one for his laptop. Now that's the only one he's got at the moment. But we want one for in here, one for in our bedroom, and Callum wants one. So that's only 3, isn't it?
yeah. But if you want to have a look at one, Jeanette, I'll fly out to yours and I'll show you mine, so you know what you're getting before you commit to it.
Show me yours and you show me mine.
I've heard yours ain't worth showing, Chris.
What did you say?
I said I've heard it isn't worth showing.
But I mean, not a lot of folks would do that, Adam. You know what I mean? And but we do definitely want at least 3 more.
Well, like I said, if you do want it, if you're thinking about it, I mean, you can go where you want. But I said to him, 4 for 75. That's cheap, isn't it, Rich?
Definitely, yeah.
You've got
to have the sticks, he just loads on whatever it is.
yeah.
I go to it's just £45. That's it. I don't know what it is. 45 quid he charges one I go to.
Okay,
Yeah, well,
I don't know what he does if it's 2 in the same house. I've never thought to ask him.
But
I've got 2 in here and I've paid 45 for each of them, but I never told him.
On that what you're on about, Rich, that Timo, whatever it is, with blue TV.
With a star on
Yeah, and it says, this says TV on it. There's only 18,176 channels to choose from.
Oh,
yeah, I know, it's a lot.
More than what we've got now.
Ridiculous. I mean, just the porn channels, there's too many. Not even I can get through that.
You see, at the moment, we've got his phone, his internet, obviously his modem and everything, with Sky, plus but it seems to be like keep going up and up and up. And Chris says, bin them off. He says, we'll get a fire stick. May as well, hadn't we?
Yeah.
Rather than paying all that for you know, Sky TV. And then all we've got to pay for is, because you see his phone and his internet are all in one package.
Yeah.
But we, you know, we want one for upstairs in our bedroom. Callum wants one and all.
See, mine went off just before Christmas because I found out today, kid that were doing it, he weren't paying bill. That's why it was on and off, on and off. And apparently, I found out now that he's turned into a crackhead.
Right.
It's not this new lad, kid who were doing it for him. So I've got this kid to do it now.
I've had it since last August and it's never gone off once. Never.
But, like I say, if you ever want me to pop over it, see what you're getting. If you want it doing to him.
Well, give us a chance to sort of tidy up after the aftermath.
No.
End of the day, you just get every channel that seems to be available on bloody planet.
I mean, we've done necessary things. Chris has put our curtains up. He's put Callum's curtains back up. We've sort of got a net up in here so nobody can gang in. Ooh.
Ooh.
You know when we got back this afternoon, Callum were out there waiting for us. And, you know, we couldn't wait to get internet and Wi-Fi and everything back on. So we stood out there, and he come and he says, Bollock Road had come out to him. What did he say? What you looking at? What you looking at my car for? He says, I'm not looking at my car. At your car. He had a right go at our Callum. Chris says, right. He says,
scored a Blackman. Bloody equalised.
Johnny's crashed.
But yeah.
Have you got to send these down now then, Rich?
Yeah, it's in boot to my car and I'll post it tomorrow.
But
like I say, I'm going to get one for upstairs, I think, now.
Yeah. Somebody we want 3
Press
more.
run button.
You pressed the duck, did you?
No, the back button.
Ask Keena, anyway.
Fine.
Sure, right.
Yeah. Running around like your old self again.
Oh, Twatty Bollock had to go at our Callum because he were waiting for us when we got back.
Oh, I love the silly old twat to do that to me.
Chris just the red mist descended. Says he's going to have a word with him.
Oh, the hell.
So I don't know what I'm looking at.
What you doing looking at my car, he says. He says, I'm not looking at your car. I says, all you got to do, Callum, was say, well, I'm waiting for my mum and dad to come back. I'm
stood at the front door of my house. Fuck off, old man, before I put you in.
I was going to say, just get on your fucking business. Why are you necking?
But our Callum's not like that, you know what I mean? I says, all you got to do was say,
so I don't know what I'm looking at, but he's trying to talk to me.
I live it because I thought our Callum were eyeing his car up, you see.
For what?
I says, all you got to do, Callum, was say, I live at number 8. I'm waiting for my mum and dad to come back.
He did that deliberately when I was there, Jeanette. Do you know when I was moving stuff about in car? Adjusting it a bit that day. And he went and sat in his car, looked out of his side mirror the entire time, and then didn't even drive it anywhere.
Same as Chris says, you know, he was stupid enough to start staring at his car for 10 minutes and nick off with it in broad daylight. That's how stupid he is.
Stood at the front door of your own house. What the fuck's it got to do with it? Oh, it's pathetic, Adam. I've seen the silly old twat. I've seen him.
Oh.
One of her neighbours. He's not even a neighbour. He's up next street down, but he seems to think he owns fucking road.
Oh, old estate, Johnny. Get it right. But yeah, they come out to our Callum. They were stood outside waiting for us.
Well, we know what sneaky arsehole is. He likes to have a disabled bay put in while people are on holiday.
And then I paid to have it burnt off. But yeah.
I bet he's burnt bridges with Next Street down and all, knowing him.
I hope. I bet his Bridges whole estate.
My mum had exactly the same kind of neighbour next door to her. I call it
Nobody
Ricky Rich, mate.
likes him at all.
Was that one of your neighbours?
We call him Tom.
My mum put an happy birthday banner up fence and some balloons, and she rang police and tried to get her done for criminal damage. My mum showed that receipt. She says, "It's my fucking fence." And then she said, "Oh, I paid half. I paid half." She said, "If you paid half to that builder who put that fence in, you're a silly cow." Because she paid for the fence.
But yeah, is well and truly Kevin Adam.
I think she owns
So
What?
she's dead now.
Is well and truly a Kevin. You know, male version of a Karen.
TWA.
And he don't. Where we live, this row of houses, he like lives over that way. Yeah, he insists on parking in the same spot on our road,
Because he's supposedly disabled.
Oh,
just so we
you know,
don't.
when I go down to allotment, there's a bloke, right? And he's got a brand new Land Rover. Do you know, every day, there's no order like every day, he washes that car, polishes that car, hooves it out every day. And I mean, every day does it.
He comes out with dust.
OCD.
Oh,
But you know, he's outside his house, he's got like, it's road, but his missus parks car, you know, if anybody else parks his car, they bar his missus. Oh, he don't have to walk on one. It's not even, it's on the main road, not weird.
Well, this is what Johnny were talking about. This was before we moved in here, but Ivy next door told us about it. He come one day, knocking on everybody's door with like,
This cop's getting on my fucking tits.
and it were, does any of you mind if I have a disabled bay pot in that end spot? Right? Nobody would sign it. That's how well he's liked round here.
Yeah.
Not one of them would sign it. Anyway, Ivy goes on holiday, and there were an old lady other side, but she's since passed away now. Anyway, council's turned up one day, and they were putting a disabled bay in that end parking spot. So she rung Ivy and she says, "You'll never get what I don't even care what his name is."
Yeah.
But anyway, so and so is had a disabled bay in that end spot, even though none of us would sign this paperwork or whatever. I suppose council had said to him, "Well, go and visit them that live in that road to see if they oppose you." You know.
Now, what they would have said, council, I'll tell you now, they would have said, get your neighbours. If your neighbours agree to it, we'll allow you to put it in. If your neighbours don't agree to it, we won't put it in.
But this is the thing, none of them agreed for him to have it done, but he had it done anyway. So she rung Ivy and he'd waited for her to go on holiday, right? And she rang her and she says, "You'll never guess what." She says, "He's had that parking bay, disabled
Marked up.
marked up." So Ivy says, "Well, put it this way, it not be there for very long." So when she when she got back off holiday, she rang council and she told them exactly. He come round, asked us if we, you know, if we minded.
Opposed it.
Yeah. And she says, and nobody in this row would sign it. So
Right.
next day council come.
Blow touched it off.
Turning it all up. Off at road, Ivy stood there at the door like this, laughing her head off. And he says, "I bet this is your doing, ain't it?" And she says, "Too bloody right." So we'd have to pay.
Literally, you've got to walk across a grass verge to get to his house. It's not even on the same street.
So we looked into it, £250. So we'd have to pay £250. Hiya, Woody. £250 for him to come out and mark it up at first place. and then probably another 250 quid for him to burn it off. So it were a 500 quid lesson learned, so to speak.
Yeah, but council usually don't have them done. They won't come out and do them until they've got okay from council. So council at some point must have okayed it.
Okay then, Amjad. See you later.
See you later,
I'm not in charge, so I don't know who's coming and going.
Yeah, Amjad's got work experience. But yeah, she soon kicked him into touch with, yeah. And she stood there gloating on doorstep when they come and burnt it off. But yeah.
I bet he went and just signed it, saying that you'd all agreed.
That's it. You know. But
Yeah, I
this
bet
is
this will be able to.
but this is the thing and all. If anybody because we've like got grass and trees outside. If anybody parks on grass, it gives them 3rd degree. Yeah, it's all right for him to do it. You know, like when they go on holiday and yeah, they pull up.
He's gonna come a cropper one day, though, and fuck with somebody he shouldn't have fucked with. Running his mouth.
That's exactly what Chris has said, Johnny. He'll pick on the wrong person one of these days.
And I bet he'd be straight up phone to police.
But this is the thing. The way he spoke to Callum today, any other 21-year-old would have given him a bit of what's it like, but Callum's not like that. So
I just said, yeah, I don't know what you are, but you're fucking talking to me. Silly old twat.
But yeah.
Have you got your own teeth? Do you want to keep them?
Because Chris says, I had a good man to go across and knock on his door and say, say what you said to my son. And he'd probably say, oh, I didn't know it was your son. Say, well, now
No,
you do.
just stood at front fucking door, that's all. And he just looks identical to his dad.
But yeah. Same as Chris says. Had we have been here, he would never have spoke to him like that. Mind you, he wouldn't have been out there in the first place. But you know what I mean? It's coming to stomach when you just can't, when you can't stand on your own footpath and get 3rd degree from,
I said to her dog earlier, don't worry, when you next come, there'll be a fence.
PC 99, getting him 3rd degree.
Even though Khalid and that were running around as well. Biscuit were good as gold. Good dog.
Yeah.
Put a bit of beef on.
Oh, yeah. Khalid, when Khalid was dancing, he was just like grumbling, but not growling. He was like that sort of thing. You know what I mean? He weren't growling, but he's got spoiled rotten today at your ass, Johnny.
You like walking around that big field.
So when we come over next, have a bag of Watsons ready.
Gary said, "Why you choked over his ass?"
I proper choked on it though.
Gargle with some TCP, Johnny.
That's right.
What?
Town 2, Man City 6.
I'm never having shredded beetroot again. Proper choked.
But it's that kind of sort of texture where you if it's shredded, you can't really chew it proper, can you? If you know what I mean.
Like we don't want even shredded with like strips. That's why bloody choked on it. Proper choked now. I'm really sick. So now I've got like an itch up back in my throat that's making me cough. Anyway.
I said to Tracy when we were there, Richard, I says, well, there's one thing, Tracy, you no need to hoover up.
Kelly dropped out, he ate it.
Bits of what's it's what Kelly did sort of dropped on the floor. He was there like a shot. But
oh dear.
He's had cake and all sorts. Best about it, Tracy goes in cupboard and she says, will he eat these? Will he eat these treats? She says, does a bear shit in wood? I says, of course I'll eat them. Anyway, she got these. What are they? They're like like little mini dentist sticks, weren't they?
Yeah.
And she says, our buddy don't like these. So I says, well, he likes oat. Called me a liar, didn't he, Richard? Spitted.
They didn't like him.
They didn't like them.
They didn't like him.
No. I mean, we buy them.
They're weird smell to them, though.
Them pedigree dentist
I
sticks.
think they're like, what was it, wild mint flavour or something like that.
That's probably why then. Because you see, we buy pedigree dentist
Well,
sticks.
they're green for a start.
Yeah. And he wolfs them down him.
So is my bread, but that doesn't mean it's any good.
But they're only like miniature things, Adam. But same as Johnny said, they were green and probably Tracy sort of said they were like toothpaste instead of like using
They
toothpaste.
clean dogs' teeth, don't they, when they're eating them?
They do them dentist sticks do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he didn't like
Don't
mint
get black
flavour
off the
anyway.
teeth.
I said, that's it. Call me a liar, biscuit. You know, our biscuit will eat out. He didn't eat them. Spit them out. At one point, this is no word of a lie, he got that attached to Johnny who were following him all round place and all.
He's a good dog. Good dog. He's too big for my house. I ain't got enough room for a dog like that.
Oh, now I've got to break it to Biscuit. You're not adopting him then, Johnny.
I know. Don't want the damn cat. It's a damn sure I don't want another dog.
Did that dog ever go back from yours, Johnny? What your dog sitting for?
Bloody no, it's fucking
Hiya,
weird.
Vanessa.
That's bloody cat.
Hello, Vanessa.
I've fucking adopted a wood pigeon now as well.
Talk about
Tracy's put this.
chunky
There's a pair
monkey.
of bloody wood pigeons near us in a tree.
Hey up, it even in what's it across bypass.
Yeah, they were just watching us, and as soon as we left, they fucking rest at nuts. That was
God,
football.
it were massive, weren't it, Johnny?
Oh.
It were right chunky. He says there's no wonder. He says keep coming and nicking nuts.
I pulled up like, oh, fat fuck.
You're going about no. Have you seen the advert for Boots? With that young lass is sucking chocolate off peanuts and putting them in bowl.
Yeah.
And he's picking up that ball, eating them and going, I don't know where I've got this coal from.
Going.
Yeah.
She's like
Makes
sucking,
me chuckle.
I know.
Yeah.
Sucking chocolate off of these. What were they?
Chocolate peanuts.
No, they weren't peanuts. They were them Brazil nuts,
Just
weren't they?
Brazils.
Yeah,
What-
chocolate.
what's this,
Brazil.
guy?
And it's a gal, and she's sat at this table, and she's picking these Brazil nuts out and puts it in her mouth, and she's going, and then taking it out, and putting it on a plate. So he's
Putting on a bowl.
Yeah, talking to somebody outside on it, and as he's talking, he's picking these nuts up off this plate. And then it shows him going into Boots next day, and he's full of cold, and he says, I don't know where we're going. And she sat at the table going like this.
Yeah, with not and everything.
She got right candles coming from her nose and all lunch. Oh, that it made me chuckle and all that one day.
When he's watching football now, isn't he, Chris?
What football are you watching?
Blackburn, he'll be watching Blackburn now.
Baby, are you watching football?
Come to extra time.
One.
It says it's got Richard says it's just gone into extra
That's
time.
the best game of this FA Cup so far is that one. Listen to
But
that.
yeah,
Unbelievable.
I thought, well, that is more believable than a lot of advertisements I've seen. You know what I mean?
Mm.
You know, even
Do you know what? Do you know what advert I don't like at the moment? It seems to be on like is that pot noodle advert.
So you make me laugh. I don't watch TV, Adam. At
It
all.
was
Say again, Johnny.
Chris went,
Don't watch
what's
TV
that
at all.
noise? I says, it's that bloody hot noodle advert.
Then people say adverts to go, what fucking adverts?
You could,
I watched TV for 4 years at all. I'm not bothered. Don't give a shit.
But yeah, Chris were watching something on his laptop. I got telly on and he went, what the fuck's that noise? I says, it's that pot noodle advert.
it's horrible.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to consume an old pot noodle just like that. You know, it shows you at the beginning, and then it shows you tapping, doing a Richard special, tapping bottom of pot and putting it down on table. But
Oh, dear
yeah,
me.
bit unrealistic, really. But
They don't show you making a pot noodle sandwich, do they? It's not what people do.
That's one of my delicacies. Is that bloody hell?
I don't like them, but a lot of my mates do.
Oh, pot
never
noodle
had a pot
sandwich,
noodle sandwich.
potato pie on a barn cake. You can't beat it.
What? Say again, Rick?
Steak
What
pudding
did
on
you
a
say?
barn cake.
They put it.
All right.
Steak pudding on a barn cake. Oh, get in there. Oh, it's good.
It's good.
Babby's head on a barn cake. Get in there.
Abby said, "Oh, cool."
Oh,
dear.
brilliant. Brilliant. You've got to be right careful. Get it right in the middle and press it down. Otherwise, it explodes everywhere. So you've got to do it and chip it.
You don't you put a whilst on it, Rich.
The whole thing on it. And
No, I mean, you don't put like tomato ketchup or on top of it.
no. You don't want to spoil it. You've got to just, you know,
Don't.
it's brilliant. Oh, it's brilliant.
It's
You'll have to
brilliant.
do it.
Yeah.
You'll have to do a how-to video, Richard.
Do what?
You'll have
Yeah,
to
put it on your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Video.
I'll do a special one-off spud pie, steak pudding live.
Steak pudding live. I've seen that before. Chippy, steak and ale pie on a bread cake,
Oh, aye.
or a barn cake as you call them.
Correct.
Get it on one of them. Push it up.
I put out on them. Any pie will do, but steak pudding does well because you can park it in.
Oh, because you got that bit of gravy, haven't you?
I don't
Moistens
talk
it up.
to some strange people, me.
Yeah. Just
Pot
twist it
noodle on
into
a
plastic.
sandwich and
Pot noodle's brilliant. Pot noodle,
Yeah.
brilliant.
Steak and ale pie on a bread cake. I've had that before.
Correct. Oh yeah.
And you know what the best thing?
I'd
One of the
say
best things
I've
you can
had
ever have.
two or
Get
three
an
pot
uncut
noodles
law.
in your life.
Get an uncut law. Cook a chicken and take a lot of bread out. Stuff it with chicken, a bit of veg, and just eat it like that. That's another good one. It's a Yorkshire thing, that.
what Lazy were on about other night. They had like a chicken Sunday lunch, and
You can put them in.
he says I put this were on a sandwich.
Yeah.
He said broccoli, you know, vegetables,
Yeah.
chicken, you know, even gravy on
Oh,
it.
you've got to put the gravy on. The gravy makes
Sandwich.
it. Without the gravy, it's worthless. You've got to get the gravy on.
Of course, yeah. Who wants a dry sandwich?
Correct. That's the game changer. Is that the gravy?
I must. You see, this is the argument that me and Chris have, Adam, because he calls them bread cakes, but I call them cobs where we come.
Yeah, you're Chesterfield. You're a cob person.
Okie dokie then, Johnny. No worries.
You call them tea
What?
cakes. Tea cakes are barn
Go ahead.
cakes.
Yeah, I'll be in chat. I'm just fucking keep coughing every 2 minutes. He's
All
doing
right, see you in a bit, Johnny.
See you later.
See you in a bit,
Yeah.
Johnny.
I thought salad's supposed to be fucking good for you. I'll be in chat anyway, love.
Joking you.
Thanks for having me up, love.
When you're
See you.
You're all right, Johnny. Thanks for having us today, anyway.
Yeah, no bother.
But yeah, you see, we call them cobs. You call them bread cakes. What do you call them, Richard?
Well, they're having some shops call them tea cakes. Some shops call them barn cakes over here.
Oh, I'm not into this tea cake debate. You're all right. I can cope with bread cake, barn cake, tea cakes. I've got currency.
Yeah, it's
That's
the
all I'm
only-
saying on the subject.
We
See,
call them.
I'm in agreement with Adam there. Tea cakes, I've got currants in.
See, we call it either a tea cake or a currant tea cake over here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
you're like my mate at Huddersfield. They've got tea cakes, which are without currants in, and then we've got
Yeah.
currant tea cakes.
But this is the thing: bread cakes, tea cakes, they're not cakes. They're
Oh, no.
bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why you call them bread cakes, because they're bread.
Yeah, Gary calls them baps.
Baps,
Yes.
yeah.
Some
Yeah,
places
again-
around here call them baps, and some people call them-
Chesterfield downwards, like you said, like you Nottingham, that area is all cobs usually, or baps.
But this is
So
another.
I once went in a sandwich shop in Chesterfield and said, "Can I have a bacon sandwich on a bread cake?" And she looked at me like that, gone out, and went, "On what?" She said, "Bread cake." And this woman come out back. She says, "He means a cob." She said, "Well, why didn't he say a cob then?" Like,
But you know, if you went to the chippy round here and you said to them, "Can I have a chip cob?"
they look at you, gone out.
Yeah, they wouldn't know what
Well,
I
I
was
got three heads. That's no good at all.
Right, I'm just going to search for something. Because this is my next question.
What? How many hairs on an horse's arse?
A lot.
A lot.
Right. Would you say a Jaffa cake were a cake or a biscuit?
A Jaffa cake. A Jaffa cake is a cake.
I'd say we're a biscuit, mate.
No, it's a cake.
The verdict: Jaffa cakes are cakes.
Yeah, you know why they're cakes? What makes them a cake and not make them a biscuit? I can answer this question. I've been down this road. Correct. It's got sponge in it. That's what makes it a cake.
It says the characteristics with biscuits, such as being small and sweet, it is actually a cake. Its sponge-like texture and method of production put it firmly in the cake category.
Yeah, that's what it. If it's got sponge on it, it makes it a cake.
But yeah. Yeah, it's on about a court was adjudicated by Mr. Donald Potter QC, who found in favour of McVitie's and ruled that whilst Jaffa cakes characteristics of both cakes and biscuits, the product should be considered a cake and not a biscuit.
Yeah, I told you. Because it's a bit. That's a big one. That like round here, like you say, it's Jaffa cake, and I said it's got to be a cake because it's got sponge in it. No, and it can be a biscuit. I mean, it's got sponge in it, becomes a cake.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. Like you say, it is a cake, but it's et in the style of a biscuit.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, Richard.
Yeah.
But trouble is, they don't. You know, I opened a packet of them the other day, Jaffa cakes. I bought a dual packet. I got them open first. You know, like in of the ears in them. Open that up. Next thing I know, I'm like, I've got down about 12 of them Jaffa cakes. You know, but gone through a full packet in them.
Yeah.
In one sitting.
That is a tea cake.
That's a currant tea cake to Richard.
Currant tea cake to me is that.
Yeah, that's a tea cake.
See, it's like Gary said in Blackpool. Like, I agree with him. The bloody chip shops in Blackpool are a rip-off. What's that called? That big fish shop chain in Blackpool. Can't think what they're called. We've got a few shops, right? Robbing bastards. What are they called? It's a double-barreled name, some chips, and they're all out. They've got shops all over the country now, but they started off in Blackpool. Gary will know who I'm on about. I just can't think what they're called. Started in Blackpool, and they're all over show now, and they absolutely charge obscene prices.
That is a Yorkshire tea cake. Now that it says Yorkshire tea cakes.
What's it called, that chippy in Blackpool, Gary? That's got it's a big chain now, but it started in Blackpool. Yeah,
Ramsden's.
Harry Ramsden's. That's it. Harry Ramsden's.
See, that were a good first guess, weren't it?
Yeah, Harry Ramsden's, and bloody hell, it's expensive. And fish, honestly, I've seen bigger tadpoles.
I'm probably going to say it's seen bigger rats, and I'm going to say, well, your job, you probably have.
Yeah. Well, I've seen some big rats, bloody hell.
Richard's seen that bigger rats and met Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one day.
No. This is aimed more at Gary, right? That is an Irish tea cake.
See? Yeah, that to me looks like a sponge cake to me.
It does look like a sponge cake, I admit with you, Rich.
Nah, you can see thing. It says Irish tea cake.
Yeah.
I think Harry Ramsden's, yeah, bloody hell, expensive.
You see, they went through a phase at Butlins. All Butlins had got Harry Ramsden's in, but I think people thought to this end, well, it's too bloody expensive, and you've got a family like a four to go and eat there because it was so expensive.
Fish and chips is a bit pricey wherever you go at the moment because fish is dear at the moment.
Do you know somebody put on Facebook the other day? Fish, chips, and peas, $7.95. I don't know where in the country, and they put a picture up, and it were fairly big fish. And I thought, you can't even get fish round our end for that. It ain't about chips and peas.
Fish and chips.
Fish, chips, and peas round our end's about 13 quid now.
It's a tenner around here.
No, I'm not Irish, but you get what I'm saying, don't you? I'm just trying to show the difference in what constitutes as a tea cake. Here in Yorkshire, in Nottinghamshire, a tea cake has got currants in. Now, that Irish tea cake, that was more like a sponge cake. I'm not saying, anything about where you come from, Gary. I'm just trying to show people what
I find funny is, like you said, and I'm going to go back to tea cake debate, or bread cake debate, as I call it. Different places across country call the same thing, different names. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but even
have you heard of them, Richard? Do you have them down your way? Stotties.
What are they? What are they?
They're big bread cake. They're about 6 inch across.
No.
You usually get a.
Call them something else.
Like a normal size farm cake, as you call it, like looks like about that big. They're about that fucking big, about 6 inch across. We call them Stotties up here.
See, when you go to like a shop that does bacon and egg butts and stuff, they say, do you want it on a barn cake, a tea cake, or a batten? Which is like
a thing. I'll get one up to show you.
Yeah. Are you on about one of them long?
Yeah, they're longer. I'll tell you something else that has lots of different names. You know them when you go in chippy and it's like a slice of potato with batter on it. Now we call that a scallop, but other people
potato with batter is a scallop. Potato, batter, and fish is a fish cake up here.
Yeah, you see now a lot of people call that a dab. Them scallops, a dab. They call it a dab. Yeah. Because I went to one trip and asked for a scallop and they all looked at me like I was from flipping Mars.
You probably thought you got mispronunciation and you were calling them yeah.
It's weird. But most of them now around our way tend to call them dabs.
Never heard of that one. If you go down London and ask for a fish cake, you get what we call up here. I forgot what we call them now. What do you call them now?
I don't think they do gravy in London either. I think they look at you like you're simple if you want gravy.
They don't. It's fish and tater in breadcrumbs.
I don't
What do
think
you
they
call
do
them
it.
now? What in London?
Yeah, gravy.
No, they don't do curry. They don't do gravy. They don't do peas. You can have beans.
Yeah. Well, I like beans.
When I went down to theatre and watched them, can I have chips and gravy, love, and a bread cake? Looked at me odd because I called it a bread cake, and then goes, "We don't do gravy. Well, have you got any peas? I ain't got no peas. You got any curry? We ain't got no curry." I'm like, "Fuck me, what have you got in here?"
What the fuck do you have then?
Okay, you know. And do you know what they don't have down London? What you can only get in Sheffield? Henderson's relish.
No, that's all that shit.
Henderson's
I
relish.
knew he'd speak up. Well done, Chris. Endo's relish.
Horrible. Oh, not quite over there. You're looking for
It says here that a dab is a fish.
Right. So now they call them dabs around here. Now it used to be scallops. But
Yeah, it is scallop.
Right, it says here, what is a dab from a chippy? It is believed the lettuce dab, also known as a scallop, at
Yeah.
some East Lancashire chippies.
That's it.
Cheese and mayo combination was first sold back in the 90s when a chippy close to Blackburn College offered a cheap alternative meal to students.
Ah.
The Harbour Chippy.
The what chippy?
Harbour.
Harbour chippy. Right. See, we have another thing over here. You might have them over your way. We call them John Bulls.
What's
Never heard
that?
of them? They're like it's like a
No, John.
It's like a big round thing, and it's got onions, meat in it, all sorts of meats and stuff and potatoes, and it's in a big battered ball, and it's called a John Bull.
I'll tell you what. One thing we have up here.
That is a shad dab.
Shad dab, that's it. Yeah, I know that. I know that chippy now because you read paper about it.
I'll tell you one thing. Not many people have know about, and you can't get. There's only a couple of chippies up here doing that. We get a thing called a sheppy.
A sheppy. Ah.
And it's breadcrumbs with mincemeat, spiced mincemeat, onions in it, and tater. But they're right nice. They're about as big as a fish cake, about that big. But they're in breadcrumbs. And do you know what? There's only 2 places in all Sheffield that I know now that does them. They were a big thing years ago. But you go anywhere else.
Googling John Bull now.
No, I was looking for that dab, and I thought, yeah, in it. That's when I come across that shad dab or something. What were it, Richard? What am I looking for?
John Bull. John Bull, they're called. Big brown battered things they are.
Oh yeah.
I think they got mincemeat in, potatoes, onions.
Savoury mincemeat sandwiched between 2 potato slices.
Bloody good. Got to have gravy with them though. I'm not a right batter fan as long as it. But if you put gravy on, it's all right. That's it, John Bull. That's the one.
Never heard of them.
Yeah.
Well, I come down to see you, Rich, at any point, or we come down and meet. You'll have to fucking fetch one. I'll give him a whirl.
It's a staple of Blackburn.
Yeah. John Bull.
Funny, isn't it, though?
You got to be in mood for him because I tell you,
You
want them cracked plastic forks and you can't get into the pig.
Holly Tree Chippy is where they serve them, Richard.
The what?
Holly Tree Chippy.
That's right. Well, that's literally about 200 yards from where I work. Holly Tree's the next
Pinewood.
Holly Tree. Yeah.
Holly Tree Village.
I nearly got a flat up above that chippy. Can you imagine that? That's disastrous. That isn't having a flat above a chippy. You'd never buy anything.
I once dated her last, right? And she lived above Chinese.
Yeah.
And all you know what she did? She was to ring up. Yeah. Oh, is it you, Julie? Yeah. All right. And within about 5 minutes, they'd come and knock on the back door.
It says here, it says due to the fact that during the World War fish was too expensive, it became a cheaper alternative.
What did?
That John Bull.
John,
They're good. They're really
That
good.
inside of it, look.
They're good. It's like mincemeats and onions and stuff.
that looks a bit like a shepherd, but the only difference is shepherd's in breadcrumbs and not in batter.
But it says
I bet somebody. I mean, it's been out years that shepherd, but I bet you. Thing is, I bet you they got it from down Richard's Way and gone. We don't like this in Battle. Looks exactly the same. Put in breadcrumbs.
Yeah, it's like fish cakes. I've had fish cakes loads of times from Chippy, and I just don't like that. They always seem a little soggy to me.
Nah, no, definitely not.
They're all every Chippy around here does them in breadcrumbs, and they always taste soggy.
Oh no, a fish cake's got to be in batter. Batter, large piece of tater either side and fish in the middle.
Our Chippy does the best fish cake butties I've ever tasted in my life.
Which is your local Chippy? What's it called?
Is it Norfolk Park Fisheries? I think it's called.
No, I've been there. I've been Norfolk Fisheries.
What's it called?
Norfolk Park Fisheries.
I've been there. I've been there. I used to go there before it works van for my dinner sometimes. It's not about Chippy.
Like a little Chippy. It's like on side of a big Premier shop. But
Yeah.
boy, you know, and it's changed hands quite a few times since we've lived here. So, but yeah, and even Bella, when she lived in Warrington, come here and she says, bloody hell, she says, these fish cakes is gorgeous. So, you know what I mean? When you talk about fish cakes, you talk about them, them little farting things that you get in the freezer section at supermarket. These processed ones. You know what I mean?
What do you call them now?
Hello, Jamie.
Hi, Jamie.
Oh.
Yeah, you would think, you know, them that you get out at the supermarket are more potato and hardly anything.
Yeah, well, that's the mother. I just can't remember what you call them now because I don't buy them. They're not called scallops. They're not called, but they're more like you said, like called. You know what I mean? For Chippy and fish cake's got, like I said, tater and fish and batter. These are in breadcrumbs and they're more tater and mashing them.
Yeah.
I forgot what they call them though. They'll come to me. Wait. In about 3 days, I'll go. You'll be talking about something. I go, oh, I remember what they're called. Huh? But
this is the thing. When Chris says, oh, you know, they do a brilliant fish cake, I sort of So we had one and he gave me a taste one night and I've never looked back. The one thing is, once you've had one of them fish cakes, the supermarket fish cakes processed don't even compare.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And same as Adam says, they're not in breadcrumbs, which I think makes all the difference. They're not in breadcrumbs, they're in batter.
Aye. Yeah. See, our Chippy, you get fish cakes and the like batter's really crispy. First thing you do with them, if you've got any decency, put some salt on top and sprinkle them with vinegar. And like you said, they go soft, but they're ideal. Vinegar soaks into them.
But because see, when Christmas tar Chippy, he don't have any salt or vinegar on.
I put it on at home.
One, because we don't have salt, but plenty of vinegar, red sauce.
Do you know? I don't have no salt, right? I use it probably when I'm cooking, if I'm doing some like say shepherd's pie for seasoning. But you know what, salt? Only thing I have it on is chippy chips. Nothing else. Even homemade chips.
Yeah, Chris tells them no salt, no vinegar. I'll put my own on when I get home. And that's it. But,
What are you baking tomorrow?
yeah. Oh, pardon me. Eggs Nest Easter donuts.
More donut.
I'll show you a picture in a minute.
When is it Easter? Is it close?
March
Easter.
31st is Easter Sunday.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm going to say, 'cause it always falls around my birthday. 'Cause mine's 31st, mine.
Yeah,
March
well,
31st.
say what I'm making. Well, me and Trace, well, I think Trace is making both. And this is going to be a first because I've never ever made fudge, but Callum's making it.
Mini egg fudge.
And there's only 3 ingredients.
Well, I've got to get some Mars bar slices done this week.
But I've got to let him loose on me induction knob and me whatever. So I've got to keep a very close eye on him. But I've never even made fudge. But you see, originally, me and Tracy were going to make Malteser Millionaire shortbread. One, I can't find any Malteser spread anywhere.
Anyway.
Malteser spread. You know, like chocolate spread, but it's Malteser.
Oh, yeah, like you can get on, yeah, like Nutella type thing.
Even Amazon ain't got it.
Asda or Morrison's have got to have it.
I've looked through Tesco's, Morrison's, Asda. Now, I did think of an alternative, like using crunchy chocolate spread. But anyway, it sent like a lot of chocolate. Plus, you got to make your caramel, and then you got to let it set for 2 hours. So we'd have to do the caramel beforehand and hope it didn't thicken up too much. So we sort of put that one on back burner for a little while and decided to do these donuts instead. So, but yeah, I don't think I'd have been in any fit state to bake tonight because we were up at 6 o'clock. I bet we were up before Richard.
Yeah, no, I got up about. Yeah, you were. If you got up at 6, you were. I got up about 10 past. Yeah, 10
Yeah,
past.
we were up and after at 6
Yeah.
o'clock. All 3 of us were up at 6
I
o'clock.
snoozed about 3 different alarms today. And I left here at 7:05. I left.
And we found out what all fireworks is about because it's Ramadan.
Yeah.
Or start of Ramadan. So, but good thing about these new windows, can't hardly hear a thing. Chris says kids were playing out and they were blowing whistles and all sorts. He said you could hardly hear them.
Yeah, no, you'll notice a difference.
So, which is good. The same as Chris says, you know, when all fireworks and everything starts, at least Biscuit not be able to hear them as much, if at all. So, but which is good. What are you doing? Oh, can you read? Tick, 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 tick.
I bet he's watching football, isn't he?
He's searching through. No, he's searching through his Fire Stick for something to watch. Should be watching me, really.
I have got you on my phone and keep an eye.
Yeah. But and we had some, you know what's in other night and all, didn't we, Richard?
Who were it? Who were it? I can't remember. Got some trolls. Can't remember.
And I ain't had any for ages and ages, but
What?
they all come out in force on Monday night. Trolls.
What? Did they?
What the crap?
spelling a certain thing out in chat, but not putting it in one word, like, you know.
I missed that. I
Hmm.
must not have been here when they come in because I missed that. I think we've had this
I had
conversation.
it coming Monday night.
It began with N word. I'll leave it.
I want to come in Monday night, and then I typed my stand up all night. I thought, right, Jeanette's on later. I'll go on. And it got to 9 o'clock, and I thought, I can't be arsed going on. I'm just like, I'll be going to bed soon, like type thing. So I'm knackered. So I didn't come on.
Well, thing is, I mean, I shut it down dead on 11 last night because we were getting up early.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I said to Chris, even though I've had a nap this afternoon, I'm still knackered. So, you know what I mean? I says, I don't think I'd have been in any fit state to do any baking tonight. I'd have probably been making mistakes left, right, and centre. But funny thing is, with these, oh, jeez, with these donuts, when you make the buttercream, you make it with lard as well as
What's wrong with
butter.
that?
Well, all recipes I've ever done, I've never ever made buttercream with lard in it. And I says to
Oh, no.
Chris, because it's donuts and you dip them in like a glaze, when you do them, you've got to pipe some buttercream in the hole of the donut to
Right.
support these. Like, well, they use jelly beans, but I don't like jelly beans, so I'm using mini eggs. You've got to pipe enough, and it's got to be thick enough to withhold the weight, you know, so it don't fall down into hole.
Fall down oil.
Yeah.
I met a few women like that.
But they
Fall down oil.
they put jelly beans in it and they've made it look like a nest. But when you've iced them, you put buttercream into that hole of the donut. So you've got to, normally when you make buttercream, you beat the butter till it's light and fluffy, but you've got
Yep.
to beat together the lard and the butter. And it says you've got to add 3 to 4 tablespoons of milk, right? It says, when all sugar has been mixed in, the frosting will appear dry. Add milk and beat at medium speed until light and fluffy. But it's got to be quite a thickish mixture to withhold piping it into the hole of the donut.
That's what she said.
Mm. Yeah. You've got to pipe your buttercream in hole.
Yep. And make sure it's a thick mixture.
Yeah.
It's
But it's a specialist nozzle and all.
wow. It's getting worse. It's a specialist nozzle.
I ain't got that particular nozzle, by the way, so I'm not going out and, you know, it's what they pipe on.
Is it like expansion foam? Close it, diameter it all up.
It's got to be a piping nozzle, so it makes it look similar to grass, but in anyway.
To grass. Can get you some of that. It'll look exactly the same. Just don't put it in your muffins.
And then load up. But I ain't got this particular nozzle. I said to Chris, going out and buying a nozzle just for that.
Just for a one-off. It's not worth it, is it?
That's what I said to Chris. So how many times am I going to use it after that?
Yeah.
They're not dear though. Oh, I know which one you mean now. Yeah,
Like got all little holes in it. It's like
yeah. It comes out like spaghetti in a way, doesn't it?
yeah.
I know what you mean.
Hang on a minute. That's how it comes out when you're doing grass, look. That's the effect that you get with it. But with that, obviously, you just pipe it round so it makes it look like a bird's nest. But yeah, I mean, they're not that expensive. But same as I've just said, why go to all that expense when I probably never use it again? I mean, this is the thing I bought. When me and Tracy did some, them Madeleines, I think, and it's like a piping nozzle with like a long thin tube on end on it to inject lemon curd into the Madeleines. I've never used that since, and the ones that I bought come in a pack of 2, so I had one and I gave Tracy one, but I've never used it since. But yeah, it's not worth buying if I'm not going to use it again. I mean, I bought them Madeleine trays and I've never used them again. It's just one of them things, isn't it? But what you've been doing with yourself anyway, Adam?
Today I've been down to electrical wholesalers and got my set of light that I'm putting up tomorrow in my kitchen, an LED fluorescent strip. Then I've been and had my fire sticks done. Then I've been and delivered one at fire sticks. Then I've been to mum and dad's to do some jobs at mum and dad's. Then I've come home, had 5 minutes, cooked my tea, and I'm on here. I haven't stopped today.
It's like us.
Then tomorrow I've got to put this light up, wait for an Amazon delivery, then go up to mum to finish this job I've started for her. And then I don't know what I'm doing in the afternoon.
It's like as soon as we got back, Chris were hoovering up. It were putting this sofa back. Eh?
Penalty shootout. Jesus Christ.
Did I say put curtains up and
Yeah,
all sorts? You know what I mean? Putting everything back where it should be. You know what I mean? And he says, tomorrow he says I'll put curtain pole back up because he's washed curtains and everything, so they should be all right to put back up. It's just.
I did all my mundane stuff yesterday. I got all my washing done. I did all my hoovering upstairs, downstairs, and whatnot. Got all that done. So that'll be done till the rest of the week. I've just got to keep, like most people, just keep kitchen tidy, which I do every day anyway.
It's not hard when you live alone, is it?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said.
Use a pot, swill it. Use a plate, swill it, and that's it.
I'll be honest with you, I'll leave them in sink while at the end of the day. I'll have some breakfast, come home, have some dinner if I'm not working, and then I'll come and have my tea. Then I'll wash all pots after my tea. I don't see point in washing each one.
I just swill them. As soon as I used it, quick swill under the tap, back on draining board, ready for next time.
Like you say, when you live alone, Rich, it's you've no reason it should get in a mess, have you?
No, I mean,
I know people that live on their own that live in a right mess, but
it takes me literally takes me 2 minutes to hoover up.
Yeah.
Well, Richard's only got one of everything, so it's easy enough for Richard. He's only got one of everything.
I've only one floor to hoover. I've only got my bedroom and living room in here to hoover. Bathroom and kitchen area, tiled.
Well, I know.
Whatever. So I just flink my
Best
boy.
about it though, Chris had only hoovered up yesterday, and then left all in a right.
Looks like a war zone.
Yeah, all because the pieces of glass, the units come with like these little blue pad things on them.
Yeah.
They
corners.
they strewn all up floor. Best about it though, before they even start, they come and they put all this black plastic over your carpets all upstairs.
Yeah.
And then they leave all that mess.
Yeah, we used to do it when it rewires. Put that plastic stuff down, so that basically you don't muck anybody's carpets, you can't make a claim.
But
That's
the
what it's
thing is,
for.
Adam, when you used to do rewires and everything, you used to take all your shit with you, didn't you?
Well,
what I
yeah.
mean? Like tidy up. These has left
Yeah.
no end of stuff. Hi, partner. How are you?
Hello, partners.
But yeah,
Yeah.
and crap that's in Bath. When they come to do that unit in our Callum's bedroom, I says to Chris, she says, don't wash it, clean it out. I says, if they do come back tomorrow, say, well, would you like a bath in that? Or crap that's they left in Bath?
Someone says it's probably cleaner than my bath. But yeah.
You know, I mean, I know it's not a massive bathroom, but that's no excuse to leave all shit in Bath.
No.
I can't understand why they chuck bin in fucking.
I know, that's what I said earlier on. Because see, we've got like one of these, it's a great tall bin, you know, on landing. So like, you know, when shampoo bottles is done and toilet rolls is done, you just chuck it straight in that bin. For some reason, they took that off of the landing and just chucked it in the bathroom.
Probably put it in bathroom because we know when they're coming upstairs with windows or glass, it might have been in the way. So we just moved it.
But
rather than starting working around it.
He says, well, we're doing upstairs first. And I think one of the first ones they did was spare bedroom window, right?
Mm.
They could have just shoved it in spare bedroom.
Yeah.
Chucking it in and literally it looks like they've just chucked it in bathroom.
They might have.
And yeah, they've definitely got to come out because that middle unit in our Callum's thing, there's a crack right from one side to other. I don't know how they manage that. But Chris noticed a crack on this patio door, but it's right like it top corner. And Chris says probably they were thinking or hoping that we wouldn't notice it, but anyway. But they've done, that's the main thing.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though they've sort of got to come out and do that window and probably this patio door. Chris says, sat there tonight, never we? I says, what are you doing? He says, it's nice to be able to sit here without having a draft blowing round my neck. So, yeah, you know, Chris says, I wonder what's next. I says, oh, for God's sake, I said, let me get off of this one first before you know, I wonder what they're doing next.
No, there were a film come out at cinemas a bit back, not long back, it was only on for about a week or two, called Ferrari. I've just been looking on it, it's on here now, on Sky Showcase. Documentary about how they come about and all that lot.
Yeah. Honestly, partner, Chris, not impressed at all. We've been at Johnny's all day. Well, most of the day anyway, till about 1 o'clock. And can you imagine me sat here and I'll be going, we know with no windows in and whatever. So, but Callum stayed here, and I says to Chris, hey, this is the thing and all. When they would, because they did his bedroom window first. So obviously, so he says, what am I going to do? I can't play on my Xbox. He says, well, bring your laptop down, because he watches Monday Night Raw. So I said, bring your laptop down, sit in where I'm sitting, and watch Monday Night Raw on your laptop. They're even nebbing what he were watching on his laptop. I said, do you think they thought you were watching porn or something? Yeah, he's shot down here. Yeah, they were even. Callum says they were looking to see what I was watching on my laptop. Well, you know, they mind watching what he's watching. You get on with your job. If I'd been here.
The trouble with us, you know, when we used to rewires and used to go in people's houses like yourself, and they were sat watching. Well, in them days, Jeremy Kyle once he'd stand there watching Jeremy Kyle for half an hour, talking to him, saying, have you seen him? 3 teeth and got 4 girlfriends.
I mean, they were watching wrestling as it happens, but yeah, they were. Clam says they were going like this, look, trying to see what I were watching. But yeah, they pulled this sofa from under this window. Yeah, I get it that they've had to pull it out, but they could have put it back. Instead, we come home and it were right in the middle of living room. They hadn't put the sofa back, no nothing. They've got cracked a pane of glass right from one side to other in Callum's room. and it's just niggly things to say. Chris hoovered up yesterday, you know what I mean? And he says, "Oh, that it looks like I've got to get hoover out again tomorrow." You know what I mean? To over there crap up what they've, you know. But the same as Chris says, you know, there were plenty of them to be able to put that sofa back. I mean, Chris has managed to put it back all by himself. But instead, they just left it in the middle of the room. Anyway, Chris says...
We used to get apprentices to do all that kind of stuff while we were finishing off.
They didn't even do it. I mean, same as Chris says, he says, oh, well, that you know, he says, that gives me, you know, what's it to hoover and everything before I put sofa back. So that's what he did. But yeah, you know what I mean? It was no excuse not to put sofa back once he'd finished. But anyway.
Where's Hazy tonight anyway?
I don't know.
Not like him to miss a night.
He's probably getting confused because I normally bake on a Tuesday.
Nah, probably has. Probably on tomorrow and then realise you're baking it.
That's it. That's the same as I said. We all messed that were going off. There were no way I could weigh all my stuff out and whatever. There'd be bits flying everywhere. And I says to Chris, I says, it's safer for me to do it on a Wednesday when it's all done and dusted, rather than sort of trying to, you know, fit it all in and everything. And, you know, and way I feel like my eyes is closing now. Baby.
I what you call it? I read that yesterday, you know. David Jason's coming back for a one-off Only Fools and Horses, isn't he?
Don't know.
Yeah, 2024. Yeah. It's all about him buying a car or something. I don't know what's it's right. They were on about it today.
But yeah, so he did that. Yeah, 6 o'clock this morning we were up, partner. All three of us, 6 o'clock. Well, 6 including 2 cats and dog. We actually took Biscuit with us because we didn't think it'd stress him out too much. We all drilling and yeah. Our Chase is the one that we'd least expect to be spooked, but he's the one he's just been meowing at door to go out. Chris opened it and he legged it in here. I'm wondering if I don't know. No idea, partner. Same as I say, Chris has heard it and Adam's heard it. So I'm not saying it must be true, but yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, it's a one-off. He comes back. They were saying earlier on, he's coming back. I don't know what he's doing, but he's buying a car. Because you got to think about Only Fools and Horses. There's not many in my life now.
No.
Boyce is dead. Trigger's dead. Denzel, I think he's dead. Boyce is dead. Uncle Albert's dead.
There's only really Rodney and Delboy. And Raquel.
Raquel and Cassandra, and obviously Damien, who'll play Kid. We'll get somebody else to do. He's even dead, Mike. You know him who used to run Paul?
Gary says it must be true if them two know about it.
Oh, for what? Me and Chris?
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing it. I like that when he did that one-off series, that Diamond Geezer. Don't know if you ever saw that. Well, like 3 episodes.
Dave. Still tickles me when he used to call him Dave.
Yeah.
When they did raffle to guess the baby's name, well, they named it after Rodney. Oh,
Paul
dear.
Barber.
Yeah.
Even him that portrayed Cassandra or Raquel's dad that found that
Yeah.
box.
He's dead.
He died a few weeks ago.
Yeah, he's dead. He played Cassandra's dad, Rodney's wife's dad.
I can't remember whether it was Cassandra's dad or whether it was
Cassandra's dad. He were in banking industry, weren't he? That were him. Cassandra's dad.
Yeah, and he found that watch, didn't he, in Lockhart?
Yeah. Yeah.
But he died a couple of weeks ago. He did.
Mm.
But who's Paul Barber?
I think, is that his name? That might be his name, actually. I don't know. I think might be something like that, actually. But yeah, it's one of the funniest ones is when they go to that. You've seen that one when they go to that union meeting,
It's on about the him that plays Denzel.
All right.
Him that plays Denzel.
They go to that union meeting, and that going back to Trigger story. There's Trigger and Rodney turns up for it, nobody else, and people are running union meeting, and he goes, right, Dave, and he says, Trigger, why do you call me Dave? He says, my name's Rodney. Everybody else calls me Rodney. There's only you that calls me Dave. So I never knew that. He says, so from now on, can you call me Rodney? He says, yes, Dave. Classic, you couldn't write it, honestly.
There's two that I like. The one with blow up dolls in back at car.
That's the classic, that one.
And the
with
one
satellite dish.
Satellite dish is a classic car. Oh, planes coming in.
Bang away and it think crash.
We were working on that one. I wish you would have told me. I was
Well,
that one.
on this, what they put on this early on about this with David Jason, they interviewed him a few years back and he asked him what his favourite, like Only Fools and Horses thing were. And he says, it's that Jolly Boys outing. You know, they go and coach blows up.
Bus catchers are fired.
He says, but in real life, that's what they did. They got a coach that were obviously knackered and they blew it up. He said, I couldn't believe it exploded.
That's his favourite, the Margate outing.
Margate? You mean Jolly Boys outing to Margate?
Yeah.
Called Jolly Boys outing, huh?
Yeah, but they can't find anywhere to keep Camden.
No. He says, I've had this broom 20 odd years. It's had 6 new heads, 4 new shafts, and all this crap. We're all looking at each other in amazement.
Another one I watched the other week. I watched the other week.
Another one of Chris's favourite is Gary.
Yeah.
Stowaway.
There was another good one the other week I watched, and it were they'd been to that Greasy Spoon with bloke who does like greasy bacon, and he says, "What you had, Del?" He says, "Oh, a cup of tea and a thing." Anyway, he says something to Rodney. Says something to him, and he's shocked. He puts his hands down, and all nice and forks come out of his sleeve when he's robbing.
No, he says, "What's she do for a living?" Oh, she's a policewoman, and that's what all spoons come.
That's it. You're right. It's actually policewoman, and all nice and forks come out of his finger. Aye, classic that.
But Gary says Trigger lost his dolphin.
Trouble is, nowadays you won't get away with what was said in them.
It was same with what we were talking about other night. You know, Alf Garnett. They have been drawn and quartered nowadays.
I'll tell you something.
I watched an episode this afternoon at dinner time. It was just on when you flick through on that TikTok thing, and it was an episode from Love Thy Neighbour. Oh my God!
I was just about to say, Richard took it away from me. You know, one thing you won't get away with nowadays, that Love Thy Neighbour.
Oh God, no! He's just calling him.
Gary says Denzel had a disease, yeah, because he says Denzel's got a disease.
Aye.
Don't they end up stopping at Raquel's flat or something when they
Yeah,
went
yeah,
when they went to
yeah.
Margate?
They put the great Ramondo knows.
Great Ramondo.
Oh yeah, great Ramondo when he can't sing.
But yeah, this
So
is
you won't believe that we're only meant to do one series of 12 episodes originally. That
13 years later.
the thing is, back in the day when we were watching such as Love Thy Neighbour, Open All Hours, Only Fools and Horses, and Alf Garnett.
last
didn't
at summer
put an
while
eyelid.
that was another good one.
Yeah,
Oh,
hiya,
no.
Anthony.
Oh, Anthony.
You know, you didn't bat an eyelid.
Can't do it now.
Now, if that was the modern day, they get undrawn and quartered for half a
Quartered, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Nowadays, you won't get away with it. No matter how hard you try.
thing. But you know, they weren't all this political correctness then.
Upsetting.
Well, no. But yeah, I can't wait to see that though when that comes back. But I don't. The thing about it, I don't think it'll be as good because, like you just said, you used to how it were, and you can't get away with that nowadays. So they'll have to tame it down. If you understand what I mean.
But this is the thing as well. Even if they were to replace the cast members that have died,
It won't be the same program. No.
Yeah, it won't be its team.
No.
No, it was the people that made the show. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's it.
Not the characters, the people.
Yeah, the characters that they portrayed.
Mm.
You know, you can't. You can't.
It's like that other one, the other comedy that used to be on Friday Night Dinner. They're on about doing that again, but the main fella's dead in real life.
Never heard of that one.
Look at like
Friday Night Dinner. It's really funny.
Like Rising
No.
Damp. You know what
I
I mean?
remember that.
Let's say they were to reprise that. Leonard Rossiter were the main character,
Yeah.
so they wouldn't get anybody that's even close.
Richard Beckinsale, he's dead. Philip's still alive. He's the commissioner in that police series on that desert island.
Yeah, Death in Paradise.
That's it.
Paradise. I like that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Most of the characters in that are now dead. I mean, they were, what's it? Beckinsale. He died at a very young age. There's Leonard Rossiter.
When he thought he'd put Cat in flipping burner in garage and it was Miss Jones's fur collar thing that he said.
Thing off at back of a coat.
Yeah, and he thought it was Vienna, the cat that had fallen into burner.
But yeah, you try going away with that nowadays, Richard. You won't be able to go away with it.
Oh no! When he
You'd
told
have,
him
you'd have all PC brigade out. You know, it's animal.
That bumper wood and says, "Set fire to it and wafted outside Miss Jones's door."
Oh yeah, we're a floorboard.
Lovewood from Africa, and he ripped it off wardrobe.
I thought it were a floorboard. I can remember that.
They told him it was Lovewood.
He's standing outside going like this with this piece of wood.
Unbelievable, and it was off bottom of
Partner says it was Raquel's dad who died recently. Same as I say, I couldn't remember whether it was Cassandra's dad or Raquel's dad. But anyway, but yeah, I mean, how many people would fall for that kind of thing nowadays? Saying it were a piece of wood.
Most of modern comedies, they rely, comedians rely too much on swearing now. That's one thing about old comedies. There were never any swearing in it.
There was some on news last night? Yeah, last night. There's this certain, hiya Gordo, how are you? There's this certain comedian that has banned people in the audience at his shows from going to the toilet. I forget what his name were now. But how can you ban somebody from going to the toilet? You know, when you need to go, you need to go.
Correct.
Whether it's in middle of his show or, you know what I mean? How many people can sit there, you know, there, how many hours?
Like that Chubby Brown, I tried to watch him and I just thought, he was about as funny as flipping Porky Eye.
No, I don't like Chubby Brown, I'll be honest with you.
just all swearing. And I just think, if you find that's funny, just listening to somebody swearing all the time, then no.
But you know what I mean? I mean, most comedians or comedians take piss out of somebody that's going up to go to the toilet. It's a well-known fact.
Yeah.
But this comedian says, you know, people that you know, paying to come to see my shows, you know, I want them banning from getting up during my show to go to the toilet.
Yeah.
That's the bread and butter of most people's comedy shows nowadays, is take a piss out of somebody that gets up to go to the toilet.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's not very nice for the person that's going to the toilet, but most comedians or comedians do it.
Yeah.
So how can you ban somebody from going to the toilet? I says to Chris, I says, well, I'd turn around and say, all right, then, I'll piss myself and you can clean up afterwards. No, it were a fella. It were a fella partner. I forget what his name were now. I think he's got a beard. Yeah, Chris loves Lee Evans. But yeah.
I used to like that southern comedian. He called Jethro. I think he's dead now.
Oh, yeah.
Jethro, yeah.
Yeah.
He were right dry, he were.
Fuzzy, yeah.
Jethro. He had like a Cornish accent.
But yeah, how can you ban for anybody from going for a piss? I don't know. I can't remember. I can't even remember his name. I know he's got a beard, partner. That's all I can remember. Yeah, he's told the event planners, you know, you must emphasise that they're not to get up during my performance to go to the toilet. Yeah, right. You and all. I'd sooner say, right, can I have a refund on my ticket then if I'm not allowed to go to the toilet?
Correct. Cheeky bugger.
How can you stop anybody from going to the toilet?
God knows.
Unless you're buying me a shiwi or, you know, you're going to clean up after I piss myself, then, yeah. Jog on. Quite literally. But going back to Lee Evans, right? I don't know where he gets energy from, because he's jumping about stage and he's sweating like wano. I mean, I've watched some with Chris. I said to Chris, I says, Rhodes, that guy, and he says, I bet he's in his 50s. I says, has he got energy, you know, to do all that lot?
Yeah.
But I must admit that there's not many comedian or comedians that I find funny anyway. But I do like Lee Evans. I do like Lee Evans. He's sort of, how can I put it? Down to earth, and, you know, he don't pull no punches, you know what I mean? And it's anyway, that's, you know,
the way of the world now.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's
they're not the same now. No doubt about it.
I mean, no same now, is it, Richard? You know what I mean? Programs is not the same, and you know what I mean? It's
not the same at all.
You know what I mean? There's not many people nowadays who'll buy tickets for a gig. And you know what I mean? They'd sooner sit and watch them on telly.
Yeah, I can sit there and watch carry-on films all day. You know,
yeah.
Carry-on films, like, they used to crack me up the way they used to play with words, you know what I mean?
Do you know, a few years back they'd be on all the time. Now they're not on half as often as what they used to be.
I mean, God,
Dick Murray was a legend. He was to Billy Connolly's comedy. I don't even like Billy Connolly.
No, I don't. I think
it's too far up his own arse, to be honest.
Correct.
Don't mind Sarah Milligan.
He presented some show once, and Liz Early come on, and he didn't half give her some shit. I thought, God, if I'd have been there, I'd have flipping cracked him on.
I mean, no. But no, I think he's too much up his own arse, Billy Connolly.
Never been one of my. Well, like that Freddie Starr, I couldn't stand him. Remember Freddie Starr?
Oh yeah.
I couldn't stand him. Couldn't abide him. But Carry On films, God, you know what's coming and you still
Oh,
can't.
this is the thing as well, Richard. Chris knows every episode of Only Fools and Horses word for word because he's watched them that many times.
Yeah. I just
You know what I mean?
I just love the way they used to do all the double entendres and all that on Carry On films. You know, beauty contest in a place called Farcombe. Is this where we go to Farcombe on trip?
Hey, you know that thing with Barbara Windsor where a thing pings off.
Yeah, Carry On
They've
Camping.
shown you how they did it. They've got some of that, like fishing wire.
Yeah.
They've got an hook in a bra, and when it come time, they just like that, pulled it off, and it's shown you how they did it.
Just brilliant films, I thought, you know. And names, you start when they're in hospital and, you know, all doctors had stupid names, you know. It was just ridiculous.
But yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. That's what Richard means, Gary.
Yeah.
Says double barrel sayings.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen that where it's shown you how they actually did it, and it were a fishing wire with a hook on it, and then when it was time, they just like that and pulled it off. Yeah, it didn't do first take. They had to do it a few times before they got it exactly right.
Brilliant. Proper films then. Proper good quality. I used to love them.
Yeah, they don't make them like they used to.
No, they don't. If there's a Carry On film on at weekend, I'll always watch it if I'm about.
I'm very hard to please when it because Gordo says one comedian I can't stand is Jimmy Carr. I find it very hard to connect with comedians.
Yeah, I do.
Who?
Jimmy, is he that grey one or other one?
Who? Jimmy Carr.
Two cars, isn't there?
That Jimmy Carr got very short hair, no beard or anything.
No. There's not Jimmy Carr alive.
Pardon you.
Oh, oh.
What does that mean? Bell End. I'm just trying to decipher what Gary put.
I'm Saturday watching Beverly Hills Cop 2. What a film.
I remember what we called Kenneth Williams in that Carry On film, Dr. Tinkley, we called.
Tinkle. Hi, Jennifer. Jamie's been in.
Oh, there was some right funny name Carry On films like Carry On Up the Khyber.
Oh, yeah. That one when they had to lift the kilts up and prove they had no ton underneath.
Yeah.
Hello, Jennifer. Yeah.
But you won't get away with all like that nowadays again, Rich.
Oh.
That type of thing, it'd be a big no-no.
Yeah, well, my sort of way of deciphering it were a bell, so I just put two and two together, and you know.
Yeah, superb.
What's Laura's channel name? Laura Lee. I don't think she's got one actually, Jennifer, because she had a lot of shit. So yeah. Bria says, "Look who's fell back home." Yeah, I don't think she's actually got a channel. Yeah, I don't think she deleted all her channel, you know, because she was getting a lot of shit. But yeah, I think basically.
Are you still doing Thursdays, Rich? Then
Thursday night, yeah.
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 Hi, Richard.
I didn't know you were doing it till Jeanette.
Hey.
Send me a link the other day.
Yeah, Thursday night, 9:30, I think it is.
9:30, all right.
He has scheduled it already.
I think I subscribed to his channel anyway.
But yeah, we've got Richard Andrews now in as well, so we've got another Richard.
Hello, Richard. Who's coming? Hello, Richard. Hello, Jennifer.
So Richard don't make it right.
And another one that they won't allow nowadays is young ones. They won't allow that.
No.
The young one.
So
Quite a few started the career off in that programme.
I don't know who Russell Howard is. So yeah,
Russell Howard. Russell Howard's in with teeth, isn't it?
Oh,
No, that's that's Russell Howard, isn't it?
Mutiny on the Buses. God,
Yeah.
where they go to Safari Park. That one were a good one.
Yeah, the films were good, but the actual series weren't that good.
On the Busters weren't bad.
Yeah, I just didn't like the series because they never ever went out the depot on the actual series. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
were always just filmed inside, whereas the actual films they got out and about.
I like that one where Olive ended up in Canal. Sidecar come off.
I've seen that.
I ain't your butler.
That's it. I hate you, Butler.
You always used to remind me.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm not saying his name. I guess how are you?
I'm all right. It's not that long since he died, that fella. That him who
Who?
played Blakey.
Yeah, Mutiny on the Buses, the one in
It's
Safari
a
Park.
few years, isn't it?
Yeah, he won at last Survivors.
I were.
Down here, I
He
think.
was summer because he were last at Summer Wine. He were out chapping last at Summer Wine.
Okay.
Yeah, he played
It looks.
Smiler.
Yeah, he was called
Smiler in Last of Summer Wine.
in real life. I can't remember his
Aren't
face.
this as all principal
I'm
casting
not
on the
behind
buses? It would down
yeah.
in this corner. Is this still in the corner?
Can't see him.
Holiday on the buses, that's it, because they were going on holiday and yeah.
That's a classic, that one. I've seen that one.
But where he tries to take that woman back and the mother's there, every time he turns round, the mother's there.
Stephen Lewis, that's what he was called.
But yeah, she died not well, I'd say were it last year or year before, Anna Karen that played Olive. Apparently she was a bit of an order and her house burnt down, I think. She was a bit of a recluse and got that much crap in her ass, everything caught fire. But yeah, because they'd had that sidecar all done up at bus depot, hadn't they? And it were all bright red. I knew it weren't all that long ago. 2 years this year.
Okay. Yeah.
Olive. Oh, Wendy Richards. But you know, they sort of like back in the day. I mean, they're coming to that age where you know a lot of them are
Back in my day.
passing away. But yeah, you know, I mean, they won't be able to get away with it nowadays. You know, all that, you know, hanging knickers out on washing line just to tell her that coasts were clear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's right. Yeah, he didn't. He used to put knickers out and they want fish and chips up on the engine. They used to put dartboard on front of bus, didn't they? Play darts on front of bus.
Fish and chips all wrapped up in engine.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I loved it that one when they took it to the skid pan with Blakey on back corner. Skid pan and he busted his leg.
Yeah, because they had to do the thing again, didn't they? Like take a crash course.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not hanging about tonight. It's 11:10 and I'm absolutely cream cracked.
All right, I'll catch you later. I'll probably see you tomorrow.
I'll see everyone tomorrow. We're baking tomorrow night, so I'll see everyone tomorrow. Bye. Calm likes that intro.